Hello. Hola, everyone. I hope you're all doing relatively well, safe, and healthy. As a child of exile parents, naturally, home, belonging, identity is something that my work always circles around. In this poem in particular that I want to share with you, I'm looking back at my mother's own journey, how she had to leave her home in 24 hours, and thinking about what if I had to leave my home here in Maine and basically just forget everything I'd ever known, leave everything behind. Of course, the irony in this poem and why I want to share it with you is because now that we are home, it feels like a kind of exile, right? We suddenly realize that home is much more than just our home, but rather that it means community. It means being able to gather with friends. It means being able to go to birthday parties. It means being able to have family around us. So I just, again, just want to offer this poem as a way of thinking about what we're going through right now, and thinking about the many, perhaps many different kinds of exile that affect us. It's called imaginary exile. Dawn breaks my window and dares me to write a poem brave enough to imagine the last day I'll ever see this amber light color the wind breathing life into the dark faces of these mountains that I know by name, risen from the bedrock of the only country I've truly lived, resting on the same earth as this house in which I'll never rise again. A poem that captures me making my bed one last time as the sun climbs the maples I'll never again watch burst like fireworks into fall, or undress themselves slip into snow's white lace. Never again the spring giggles of my brook or creaks of my floor. Never the scent of my peonies or pillows. Never my eyes on my clouds or my ears to the rain on my rooftop in this country. A poem that finds a word for the emptiness of suddenly becoming a stranger in my own kitchen as I sip my last cup of coffee, linger with the aroma of my last meal. My hands trembling as I toss leftovers, wash dishes, eat one last piece of bread I'll never break again, and cork a half-empty bottle of wine I'll never finish. A vintage I'll keep savoring like memories through my mind's palate. A poem that lists which parts of me to part with or take. Give up my orchids and dog to my neighbor Jewel, but keep our stares goodbye. Leave the china and crystal, but box the plastic souvenirs. Forget my books, but pack every letter and card I've saved. Not the gold chains that won't buy back my life, but stuff all the loose photos like crumbs in my pockets I'll need to live on. A poem that brings daisies for my mother, holds her as I swear I'll return to hold her again, though we both know I never will. A poem that speaks with my father one last time at his grave and forgives his silence again, forever. That hopes my husband can flee with me, knowing he can't. Our last gaze, a kiss meaning more to us than our first date. As I hold his hand and hand him my keys. A poem ending as I walk backwards, away from his love at my door to open another one. Step into some strange house and country to harden into a statue of myself, my eyes fixed and crumbling like the moon, and like the moon, live by borrowed light, always, but never quite, dying in the sky, never forgiving my fate, in a poem I never want to write. Thank you.